And we're continuing the saga of covering the scumbag nuisance IRL streamer Vitality. Again, he is a kick streamer. I want to emphasize this. So those in the Philippines should consider, hey, maybe we should ban kick for them promoting people like this on their front page, which we learned in our last video, or not our last video, but the video before that. But we're covering the saga here on this channel and giving our thoughts and opinions. Link to the original video down in the description below, which we're going to be reacting to a Tozy. But if you like my commentary and my conversations and kind of what I contribute to the conversation, I guess I just repeated myself twice. Consider subscribing. We cover all, we're learning about the Philippines because we hope to travel there someday. With that all out of the way, here's the title of the video: Scumbag IRL streamer arrested in the Philippines. Let's get into it.
This scumbag IRL streamer was just arrested in the Philippines after spending a day harassing, threatening, and stealing while documenting all of this on his live stream. It's always fascinating that these IRL streamers believe they won't receive any consequences for their actions, when in reality, they're documenting everything they do for attention on the internet. The absolute morons are their own star witnesses in their cases against them. And Vitaly, the guy we're talking about today, is no different, as he's now facing some serious charges in the Philippines. Because remember my last video on him, we covered him stealing a mall security motorcycle.
Or trying to. But also, I do want to point out, he started doing this right as he was notified he was on the Kick front page. So Kick was like, let's actually get this guy in front of more people. Isn't that crazy how it all works?
Stealing mall security guards' hats, stealing a mask from a stand, stealing an industrial fan from a restaurant, and then threatening to rob an elderly lady, then harassing countless people. And in that video I said I wouldn't be surprised if he was arrested by the time this video was out. Well, it took a few extra days, but it happened. But after that original stream...
Which, by the way, people were like, why didn't they arrest him right away? Well, you got to consider every justice system works differently. But either way, they still have to wait for him to stop streaming, gather the evidence, see if there's actually anything to convict him on. But then also, they want to make sure that they get as much as they can, because you don't want to just get the first thing you see when there may be 10, 15 different charges. So I did see some conversations online like, why didn't they stop him sooner? Look, again, just give them a couple days isn't that bad. Now, if it was like 3-4 months, that would be different. But no, this is actually a really good response.
Of his running around harassing people in the mall, someone who saw my video actually went out and confronted him.
There's been videos about you that have come out, and they've been showcasing like the bad things that you do, but
which we reacted to on this channel. Shout outs to Brian the Lion. Look, Brian the Lion, he's getting a fucking, hey, excuse my language, he's getting a shout outs here, man. He's making the Tozy timeline.
What about the good? Like,
have you seen the good, what I've been doing?
They don't show it as much. And so I'm wondering, what's it like for a streamer when people don't show the good?
That's a good question, because it frustrates me, but I just started streaming. I don't have a team. My team left me, so I'm getting clippers and I'm getting...
Which, in fairness, again, I want to highlight this. He fired because he crashed out.
Everybody, yeah. Why? What'd you see? Have you seen what I've done the last 4 days, 5 days?
Do you know there's a content creator named Tozy?
No, I don't know who that is.
He just did a video on you 5 hours ago.
Saying what?
Saying that you were harassing people here in the Philippines.
Yeah, and what about me donating over $20,000 in the last 2 days?
Dude, 20 grand is irrelevant if you're out here harassing strangers in public for content.
Exactly. This is actually, it's funny. I was trying to get y'all's opinion on this, but I felt like I already said it. Like, it doesn't matter. You shouldn't be a dickhead. That's the whole point of people complaining about foreigners who have money, is just because they have money, they think they can do whatever they want. It's just reaffirming the stereotype that people hate. So it's just like, it's crazy.
Like, that's awesome and very kind of him to donate $20,000, but it doesn't excuse his terrible behavior. And also, shout out to this man for actually trying to have a real conversation with him and question his scumbag behavior. And the spelling of my name in the captions there, that's just diabolical.
Hey, I guarantee you Brian the Lion didn't know about this guy until this video, so...
But unfortunately, this interaction gets so much worse for Vitaly.
Right, and as a content creator, that stuff kind of goes under...
No, bro, the timelines are merging. It's weird. It's weird. Like, It's weird. It's kind of crazy, but it's cool.
It doesn't, because my editors are working on it, and I'm going to release the truth.
I'm saying when it happens, people don't broadcast that as much.
Yeah, but I don't get. For me, when you know what I mean, then I'm back on top. For me, when people talk, that's how I know I'm doing the right thing, because people want to bring me down when you're up. When you're down, nobody cares about you. When you're up on top, everyone wants to bring you down.
That is true though. I want to give him credit. As somebody who's started seeing more success on my channel, I've always gotten hate comments, but I get more and more the more successful I get. So I do want to give him. Hey, he's spitting bars there, but it sucks that it's him saying it. It's like the worst person you know ends up being right for that one time. I hate that.
No, we're just sick and tired of streamers harassing strangers in public for their content.
But true, yes.
Like, I believe in the simple right of you should be able to enjoy your day in public without some scumbag IRL streamer harassing you for profit, no matter what country you're in.
So
exactly.
Who's the creator, Chad? Not you. Who's the creator that talked about me?
Tozy, but he's
Tozy. He's like 1,000 subscribers?
No. He's got like 1 million or something. He's not.
Wow.
Oh wow.
I mean, the amount of followers I have, that's irrelevant. I was simply showing his scumbag behavior. And honestly, I was just kind of shocked that this is what Vitaly was doing for content now. Bro went from being like one of the largest YouTubers on the platform to being a Johnny Somali knockoff.
Like, and that's the crazy part. Johnny Somali, as annoying and like disgusting as he is, you still had to watch because you're like, how much more can this guy ruin his life? Whereas Vitality is like a sissy version of Johnny Somali. Like he was trying to commit, but he wasn't fully committed. You know what I mean? Like he wanted to be that guy, but he really wasn't that guy.
Sometimes the mighty really do fall.
The thing for me is like, so
it's frustrating. It's frustrating that they show good. That's your answer.
You show up in a country like this and you have your team start around, they fuck you.
Which again, if you're watching this video, we do react to this video. Just check my channel. I have a playlist probably in the description below. Of all these videos. So if you want to see the timeline, so we've already seen a lot of this, but we're gonna see what Tozy has to say because he's directly involved in this now because his name was dropped.
You older, right?
No, what do you mean? So, have you watched all the VODs or no?
I haven't.
Exactly. So you don't know what's going on. So why are we still talking?
I hate that. Oh, hold on. Let me see what he says.
Buddy, your streams are like 5 to 9 hours a piece. And the stream that I covered in my last video, you spent like 2 hours harassing people to gain an audience. Then you proceeded to gamble on stream so you could monetize the amount of live viewers you had. Like, I don't doubt that you had moments on your stream where you were nice, but when you act like that, being nice won't help you too much.
You asked me a question.
That's crazy. He said, we got max viewers because we're on front page. Let's start gambling.
Question, how do you feel? I said, I feel it's frustrating.
I'm sure it is frustrating.
Okay.
What are you planning to do?
I just told you, my editors are editing, and I don't need to prove anybody. Jesus.
You needed to prove anything to anybody.
I know.
My editors are editing. Brother, your editors wouldn't have to edit anything if you didn't act like a scumbag for attention on the internet.
Like, what happens
Also, I want to say this. Again, if you're trying to watch this original video, I have a video in the description. All right, don't worry about it. Of the playlist of me reacting to this video, but it should. I think this is like a day or two after that original incident happened. So, for that to be the case, like his editors should be moving quicker. I know editors that aren't mine yet. I hope to hire them someday that can pump out videos so quick and at a good quality while also not being like having them work like crazy. You know what I mean? Like, because technology has gotten so far that it's actually, as long as they know what they want to make, it's actually really easy for them to do it. So I don't know what his excuse is. He has money, so I don't know what his excuse is.
Behind the scenes when you're interacting with people here and you're messing around with them. I know it's a joke to you, but for the people here, they work hard, bro.
And guess what? And I tip them. What do you do? Exactly.
I run a software company and I provide housing for the.
So you came just to talk, right?
I'm not talking shit.
So why
I'm
are you
asking you why even make that content? Genuinely,
because
like I'm speaking up for a large majority of people.
Shut the because I do whatever the I want. What are you gonna?
Yeah, and again, I like this guy and I want to interview him because I want to get his takes because I think everyone's so nice. I feel like he should have been a little bit more stern from the beginning. But then again, it's because I know about Vitality. Like I know what these kick streamers are like. So it's like I
Molly,
don't know.
Yeah, he does whatever he wants until the consequences catch up to his actions, which they seemingly have by now.
hey, what? What are you gonna do?
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell your viewers that you guys are better than this. You don't have to watch people with others and putting them down. You need to lift people up for a living.
And what do I do? You haven't watched my
I haven't
vlog.
watched your streams.
Yeah.
You're a piece of. And I came here to say that to everybody. You're a literal piece of.
Perfect, amazing. Jesus loves you too.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm getting that farm content.
Good
Cool.
one. So
Yes,
say-
don't touch me before I knock you out.
You're not going to knock me out.
Oh yeah? What are you gonna do?
I guarantee you're not going to knock me out.
Yo, back off.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? You came with security? If I didn't have this camera right now,
I
hey,
don't have
Jesus.
security either. I'm literally just as big as you.
Okay,
You don't
cool.
need to solve with violence, bro. Words are.
I'm trying to walk away from you, and you're trying to follow me, so you're harassing
I'm
me now.
calling you
Yeah.
out for being a piece of shit.
Okay, I am a piece of.
Wow.
Hold up. Imagine these videos going viral, right? And this guy would be like, holy fuck, I was there. Oh, excuse my language, but holy man, the holy macaroni. I was there the whole time. This guy's witnessing a moment in internet history and he's just chilling on his bike. And I don't want to hear that he's not being nosy, okay? Nothing against being nosy, but we could see his helmet literally watching those guys the whole time, okay? So let's not pretend the cheesemit or the gossip ain't interesting, because it is. But I just think it's so funny. This guy's like, I guess I'm part of this. I'm part of the movie now. Like, it's just so random. But I want to meet this guy. I want to see what his opinions on all
Walk
this.
away from you, and you're trying
What
to follow
happened
me, so you're
afterwards that
harassing
we
me
didn't
now.
see?
You out for being a piece of shit.
Okay, I am a piece of.
Wow, we're currently watching the harasser get harassed with common sense and human decency.
I'm genuinely
Why are you
willing
following
to
me?
have a conversation.
I'm not trying to get 404 right now. I'm not gonna lose my steak deal over you, bro.
Which, by the way, if I didn't explain this in the last video, some people might be wondering, what does 404 mean? 404 is typically means when a website is down. So it's error 404. So it means the website doesn't work. But in streaming, it means that you were banned. And they cut off your live stream. So if I try to go back and watch, your page doesn't exist temporarily because you are banned.
Why are you following me, bro?
Why you gotta come here and mess with the locals though? For real.
But don't talk.
True.
There's a lot of people in
Ask
the
him.
stream that don't like you.
Okay, good. And guess what, bro? If I didn't, I swear to God, if I.
You swear
Well,
to
so
God,
what,
there's no God here. It's just me and you.
Dude, that line goes hard. That line goes hard, bro.
So you're gonna do something, right? So you're gonna attack me, right? You're gonna attack me, right?
I'm not gonna.
Chat, what should I do?
Bro, I speak for a lot of people when I say.
Okay, cool. I'm leaving.
It's pathetic when you come
Don't
here
go-
and you put the locals
All right.
for abuse.
Okay, I'm
These
not.
people here, they work hard and they deserve actual recognition, not you coming here fucking.
I know I'm tipping people.
Yes, thank you. That's kind of I think that's the point, is like the Filipino people are just so nice and some of the best people on the planet. And it's like, why the fuck do we want to invite this kind of negativity to the Philippines, where like literally they just be happy and mind their own business? Like, I don't understand this. Like, it's like I'm not saying it's excusable in like Japan or South Korea, right? I understand. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, you have a population that is so openly friendly and hospitable and respectful. It's like, it's kind of crazy that someone would even think of doing something like this in this country.
Brother.
It's interesting that he's so worried about his kick deal, but not worried about going to prison in a foreign country. It's amazing how stupid some streamers can be. There is no kick deal for you if you're in prison in a foreign country. And
Well, we don't know that because Kick is kind of scummy anyway.
now it looks like that's exactly where he's headed, as he was just booked and read his Miranda rights.
Nilalagpapalit sa atin. Ayun, sir, bayad na ni Sandoro Betsky.
Yo, hold on. Why are these people recording him? Is that for like legal things, or are they just trying to shit on him later? 'Cause, wait, hold on.
Ayun, sir,
Or are those journalists? What is going on here? What is this? They're like, oh, we got this mother trucker, man. We're gonna put him on the internet. Look at this clown. Nah, that's crazy. I'll be honest. If that's what y'all doing, that's funny. Y'all crack me up. That's why I love the Filipinos. Y'all just be doing stuff that's, hey, you know what? I love it.
Kahit sa ni Betsky. Yeah, yeah. Good evening. Okay, here's your Miranda rights. Okay, sir. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in any court of law in the Philippines. Okay? You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to counsel. Your own choice. Okay? If you cannot afford the counsel, the government will be provided for you at any government expense. You understand right? Yes. My question is.
Why is this dude smirking and smiling?
And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get out, and I'm gonna be able to farm this." But what's also crazy, I want you guys to understand, this guy's not American. He's Russian. So it's not like there's this like understanding that Americans are the ones coming in problem. No, this guy's Russian, and this is what I've been trying to say on my channel from the very beginning, and why we talk about these videos and why we have this conversation is because a lot of the stereotypes is attached to Americans. But when you attach a stereotype to them, you turn a blind eye to all these other people that are going to come in here and cause the same problems. So it's the scumbag is not based on the country, it's based on where they come from. Or not where they come from, that's crazy. But who they are. You know what I mean? Like it's just the individual person. So this is a Russian person. So by the way, anyone thinking that like America's going to come and save him, no, dude, that's you're on your own, brother. You got to talk to Putin on that one.
At the camera when your freedom is on the line? Why don't you just lock in and act serious? Why would
lock in
anyone want to increase their chance of being in a Filipino prison? Vitaly has literally branded himself as a knockoff Johnny Somali, as they both act the exact same way now. I mean, he was doing the same smirking stuff that Johnny was doing at his trial. This is just wild to see unfold. And this is what they broadcasted on Filipino news over there.
Filipino authorities have arrested Russian-American vlogger Vitaly Izdorovetsky.
Notice how they say Russian-American, by the way. I mean, he is American, but he's not. I don't consider him because he got, I guess I shouldn't be the judge of that, but he basically take advantage of his American side.
Who went viral on social media for harassing Filipinos in Bonifacio Global City in Taguig. According to the Immigration Bureau, Izdorovetsky, who has 10 million subscribers on YouTube, is facing multiple complaints related to videos showing him harassing security guards and stealing an industrial fan from a restaurant while live streaming.
I have to admit, the Philippines were really quick to arrest him, and I'm worried he's in so much more trouble than what he realizes.
Exactly. I don't know why people I know you guys aren't on the internet like crazy like I am, but I mean I guess I'm not really either, but this whole complaining about why did they arrest him quicker, that they just you got to give him time. Like, you got to give him time, but it's surprisingly quick.
The BI also notes the vlogger showed no remorse after his arrest.
Talagang gawain niya to sa iba't ibang bansa, and hindi itong first time na nahuli siya, nakulong siya dahil sa mga disruptive na mga activities. Walang remorse. Very smug pa yung itsura niya doon sa mugshot niya. Yung video niya po, habang binabasahan siya ng Miranda rights, nagkikiss pa siya, nagpa-flying kiss pa siya doon sa camera na nakatutok sa kanya. So parang
That's crazy. I want to see a video. I don't did he blow a kiss? I wasn't paying attention. I guess I was, but I wasn't. Did I not see it? That's crazy though.
na-enjoy niya po yung yung limelight na dulot ng kanyang kaguluhan. Kung meron po siyang local case dito sa Pilipinas, aandar din po yun kasabay ng deportation case. Kung sakali po na magkaroon siya ng local case at siya po ay hatulan ng pagkakabilanggo dito po sa Pilipinas.
Okay, so honestly, very similar situation to Johnny, where he now has to go through a court procedure, serve his time, pay his fines, then he can finally get deported. The big difference though is Vitaly, unlike Johnny, actually has money, so he can afford a good legal team. So
true, but I don't know Filipino law, okay? But I'm assuming it's different. Every country has different laws, and some are more pro people, some are more pro law enforcement, some are pro government. So it just depends on where you're at. I don't know. Again, I don't know Filipino law enough to know where that money even is going to make a difference. So like, for example, if I had a lot of money and I did what Johnny Somali did in South Korea, they have like a really high conviction rate. So yeah, that money could make a difference, but it might not. Whereas like that money might make more of a difference in America, where it's like it's just whoever's the better lawyer. It doesn't even matter the laws. It's whoever's the better lawyer wins, right? So it's like not saying that laws don't matter here, but if your lawyer just happens to be better than the prosecutor, you're getting off. Like it's crazy.
It'll definitely be interesting to see what happens. But they aren't just leaving it with Vitaly. They're also going after his cameraman.
Meanwhile, investigators
Which is funny because he can tell he was guilty. Or not guilty. He felt guilty. He felt embarrassed and he felt a little bit of shame, but he kept recording. He shouldn't have done that.
are working to identify and file charges against the Filipino cameraman who accompanied Izdorovetski during the filming of those videos.
Nah, he's cooked.
Sa habol namin ngayon yung pangalan niya at pag-coordinate kami doon sa hotel kung saan sila nakatira at yun nga ang hihabol namin ngayon.
That's
Hihabol yung mga
crazy.
Pilipinong kasama nito ni Vitaly.
I mean, that's a pretty good sign they're taking this seriously and they won't just deport Vitaly. And I also saw a comment on one of these videos saying that on the Filipino news, they said he's been charged by the police with 2 counts of unjust vexation and 2 counts of theft, and 1 count of attempted theft. And then on top of that, police are also calling on civilian locals who are harassed by him as seen on his stream to come forward and file complaints for unjust vexation. And this is so the police can continue to build a case against him. Apparently, the police anti-cybercrime unit is also looking into a case to see what cybercrime charges can be filed against him as well. For those that don't know, Philippine cybercrime and unjust vexation laws are very broad in reach, so pranks and jokes can easily be turned into a solid case by the police. It's one of the reasons I'm always on my best behavior when I'm in this country. That makes sense, and in my head, the Philippines would be
Solid comment. Think that, yeah, we need some of those on my channel. Because y'all know I ask a lot of questions and you guys answer, but I promise I'm just trying to learn. Like I really just want to know, you know? And that's why I've learned a lot about the Philippines too, and Poland, just hearing y'all's your responses and reading them. So, but yeah, that's crazy. He's cooked.
Close to the top of the list of countries that I would not want to mess around in. But it's safe to say it'll be interesting to see how things pan out. I missed my upload yesterday because I was in bed with a fever. Still have a fever, but we're pushing through. So hey, excuse the lower energy than normal and the more nasally voice. But hey, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. And hopefully I'm feeling a lot better. I'll see you soon. Peace.
See ya, Brody. We love a Tozy on this channel. But no, that's crazy. Get him out of here. I honestly think, I want to say this to the Filipino people. And I don't want to sound dramatic, but you understand if this guy gets off and is walking scot-free after this, all you're going to do is bring so many more of these types to your country, because it shows that they can get away with it. So I just want to tell you, you know, just be careful how this proceeds. You better hope they do a good job, because if not, you're welcoming a lot of trouble to your country. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you agree, disagree with what I said? Do you think I'm being too harsh? Am I too much of a hater, a vitality hater, a kick hater? Should creators step up when they're in other countries to defend the country? Let me know. Love you guys. So check you out on the next one. Bye-bye. This video is brought to you actually by viewers like you. Thank you so much for subscribing and being part of my journey and allowing me to be a part of yours. Let's create new memories this 2025 on our road to 1 million subscribers. And with all that jazz out of the way, I just want to say thank you so much. I love y'all and enjoy the video.